Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ibeth and I typically do affordable home decor and DIYs, and I also do room transformations every now and then. If you do enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. So I've actually been going to the thrift store a little bit more often now, and I really do enjoy the process. I love going and seeing the potential of so many things that are just donated to these thrift stores, especially when it comes to pottery or vases or lamps that can be transformed into what is super trendy right now, which is like the vintage pottery, vintage pots, which you can actually DIY yourself because there's actually a lot of stores out there that are selling these for a really large amount of money that I cannot personally afford. I don't consider myself an expert with like DIYing these, but I do like to try because I am a DIYer, and I knew that I had spotted the right candidate when I walked into my local thrift store. I actually saw this lamp and I thought, oh my gosh, the shape is just perfect. It's exactly what you're seeing right now. So first things first is always clean, because we never know where these items have been. I did deep clean it a little bit, and then I decided to do the baking soda and paint method. So the baking soda and paint method, I know that it was really popular at one time, and it still is because it adds a little bit of texture. It can sometimes look a little bit like painty, like if it's painted. That's why I would consider adding a little bit more baking soda. The more baking soda you add to your paint, the more thick it's gonna be and the more texture it's gonna give off. When I painted it black, I didn't want to leave it as is because I knew that it was a little too plain for me, like too black. It looked perfect, and the point was not to make it look perfect. I wanted it to look a little vintage. I was a little skeptical and a little afraid to add paint to it because I love the black, and I thought I don't know if I'm gonna ruin it. My first thought was to go black, and now I'm changing it, and I don't know why, but I hate disappointing myself. I hate coming up with something and then changing my mind. So I actually didn't have any paint that would work for this project, so I ended up going to Joann's because I am gonna have a decorate for fall video coming up soon. So that is actually the main reason why I went to Joann's, so stick around for that. And I also decided to stop by the paint section and look at the paints and see what I could find, and I went with the beigey grayish, kind of like a cool beige that looked a little bit vintage to me. Don't believe I added baking soda to the paint, which I think I should have because it would have added more texture, and I'm regretting it, but it's okay. I can actually redo it if I need to. I've never tried the paper towel method, which is basically just blotting paint with a paper towel instead of a brush. And it was a little difficult for me to work with just because I'm a perfectionist. So me being a perfectionist, I feel like I cannot get it perfect enough. And the way to vintage pottery is imperfections, and it's something that I have trouble with. The whole time I was afraid of covering up the black. I ended up doing one coat of blotching paper towel paint on it, and at first I liked it, but I wasn't completely in love with it, and I wanted to love my lamp. I actually slept on it for a day, and I thought, like, no, I need to add more paint. This looks blotched. It doesn't look like a vintage pot that has been around for years. This just looks like someone just blotted paint on it, and that's not the look that I was going for. So I did go back and blotched more paint, and I ended up liking the look afterwards because it did look a little bit more vintage. It looked a little bit more worn down. It wasn't more spots. It was just like old pottery. I then ended up switching the lampshade because the one that it came with was really not my style, and I felt like it needed something a little bit different and, you know, more upgraded to look like the more modern lamps that we see now. I don't know if I achieved the vintage look, but here is my take on it. guys enjoyed watching me DIY this lamp, and I hope that this inspires you to try to DIY something. If you like this whole vintage pottery look, go ahead and head to your local thrift store. You'll be surprised with the things that you can find. So many amazing bases. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I do have a fall decorate with me or shop with me coming soon. I know that I'm giving you a little bit of a sneak peek because I actually bought a few stems, and I can't wait to share with you guys where I went to find these. Make sure to stick around for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, see you next time. Bye.